What is going on, guys? It's coming at you with another video, and today I want to showcase to you guys my Ddd Deck Profile. Now, DDDs have been a deck that kind of fell out of relevance after Master Rule 4. I know there's a running joke that this deck was only meta relevant for about 2 weeks before, like, Zodiac came out and things like that. But this deck is really powerful and it's really combo centric. And if you're a fan of DDDs, you will probably, or if you have ever played DDDs, you know how fun this deck is to play. There are many intricate combos and many interactions that one as a player should learn. So this, to start off, this deck is pretty hard to learn, and I'm not really a fan of combo decks, but I really do enjoy playing this deck. Now, I want to showcase to you guys the deck profile, explaining to you guys what each card does and each card's role in the deck. So we play a 40 card main deck and a 15 card extra deck, and without further ado, let's get in. So starting off, we play 3 DDD Saving Kepler, and pretty much his role in the deck is just to get you to your dark contracts, which will get you to more cards. So 3 Kepler is an absolute must. Him being a level 1 kind of helps because, spoiler alert, we do play Link Rebo, and that allows you to fusion summon and do more of your plays in the main monster zones. So next we play 3 Ddd Swirl Slime, and his effect is pretty awesome because he has 2 effects. He allows you to fusion summon using him and any other monster in your hand to fusion summon a DDD, of course, and then he has an effect where you could banish him from the graveyard to special summon a DDD from your hand to the field. Now that really works well with Lamia because you want to get as much use out of Lamia as you can, and most of the time out of your DDD's effect monsters, like out of the bigger dudes, you're going to be summoning Lamia and keep recycling, and that's pretty much this rolls in the deck. Most of the time you're just going to be using him to fuse and then banish a special summon a DDD in your hand. He's a mandatory 3 of because all the DDDs I'm about to showcase, you need 3 of them and you want to see them in your hand. They're the ones that get your play started. So Swirl Slime is just one of them. Then we play his counterpart, I guess, 3 Ddd Necro Slime, and what he allows you to do is you can banish him and any other DD monster to fusion summon a DDD monster from your graveyard. Cool interactions is you can use these 2 to make Genghis and banish summon Lamia Link, and you can pretty much do some crazy interactions with those. So then we do play 3 Ddd Lamia, and she's basically the glue to the deck. She ties it all down together, and what her effect is basically you can special summon her from your graveyard by sending 1 face-up contract card to the grave to special summon her, but she's banished after that. And you most likely don't want to really use that effect until it's your final, you're gonna go into your final extra deck monster, because she's just so crucial. She's just the glue to this deck. She's the one that allows you to go into your synchro. She helps you link climb, and she basically does that. And I'll explain a little bit more of that in a future video, explaining the combos and really easily. So 3 Ddd Lamia and 3 Ddd Oblivion Abyss King Ragnarok. Now his role in the deck is really good in that most of the time you are putting him in your pendulum zones to special summon monsters from your graveyard, as well as you'll special summon him sometimes to special summon more monsters from your graveyard. So the previous 5 I just showcased are just staples in the deck, and he's just such a crucial part in all your combos. He allows you to really extend. Most of them just really allow you to keep pushing and keep bringing out monsters, so that's why they are mandatory 3-ofs. Then we play 2 Saving Thomas for names, 2 Vice Typhon, and she basically allows you to fusion summon from your graveyard by banishing DD monsters. She allows you to fusion summon level 7 or higher DDD monsters from your graveyard, banishing her, using her as material. She kind of has that Swirl Slime like effect, but she's basically not a Swirl Slime, and she just pretty much allows you to do more fusion summons. Next we do play 1 Ddd Saving Copernicus, and I really don't like Copernicus because he's basically just a foolish barrel. If he was a level 1, he would have had a lot more value in this deck because you can link him off into Link Rebo, but him being a level 4 really doesn't, it's something that I really don't like. But I do play him for the name, and sometimes he does come up, and he is searchable, so why not? So I just do only play 1. Finally, I do play 1 Night Howl for synchro plays and 1 Ddd Ghost. That's pretty much it for the DDDs and all the monster lineup. Now, I don't play any hand traps because I feel like DDDs don't really need hand traps. You kind of just need as many combo pieces. You kind of need just DDDs in your hand or DDs in your hand to really summon as much as you can. And you pretty much put up negates on the field using those monsters, so hand traps aren't really necessary. So moving on, that was pretty much the monster lineup. We do play 2 Pot of Desires and 3 Allure of Darkness. Now again, I mentioned you want as many DDs and DDDs from your deck to your hand, so you can pretty much start your plays. The beginning 3, Lamia, Swirl Slime, and Necro Slime are just such essential pieces to the deck. You just really need them for every single one of your combos, and pretty much all of them being dark, it just allows you to, and all at 3, just you really won't have problem. You just want things in your hand. We do play 3 Dark Contact with the Gate, and that basically allows you to add any DD monster during your main phase. Unfortunately, during your next standby phase, you take 1,000, but you kind of get rid of this with Lamia for your last pushing plays towards end phase. So you kind of most of the time never burn, but sometimes it is really good because you could just keep using it in your main phase to add DD monsters. And one thing to notice is that DDD monsters do count as DD monsters because they do have the DD in their name. So this can search Oblivion, Abyss King, Ragnarok, the one you set in your pendulum scale. So you're not just limited to the little ones, you are able to add DDDs. Then we do play 2 Dark Contract with the Swamp King, and what it basically allows you to do is fusion summon using monsters from your hand. It's basically a polymerization, but it's continuous, and it allows you, if you're summoning a DDD monster, to banish fusion materials from your graveyard. So these are both searchable with saving Kepler, which is why it's it's not really that hard getting into your combo pieces, because Kepler can search you this. Kepler can go into a Link Rebo and open you a main monster zone, and you could basically just continue doing things from there. But these cards are just really essential because you can use Vice Typhon, another, it's just such a combo oriented deck. You just kind of want as many cards you can to keep pushing your plays. So Dark Contract with the Swamp King really allows you that. If you don't open the Swirl Slime just to make High King Genghis or make Little Genghis, and then just try to push into Siegfried or Crystal Wing and things like that, this deck does really make some absurd monsters relatively easy. So these cards are just essential for the deck. Next, finally, for the easy 1 and 2 ofs, we play 2 Call by the Grave because this being a combo deck, you don't really want your combos stopped. 1 Soul Charge because you make such heavy, you summon so many monsters from the extra deck. Just being able to Soul Charge them back is just such a crazy opportunity. 1 Monster Reborn because Monster Reborn, and again, you could Monster Reborn things to continue your plays. 2 Where Art Thou, and what Where Art Thou does is if you control a level 1 monster, you add 1 level 1 monster from your deck to your hand, and if you don't summon that monster during the end phase, you take 2,000. So think of this card as a pseudo Rhoda for the deck, because Lamia being level 1, Kepler being level 1, and Necro Slime being level 1 allows you to pretty much search the other DD monsters you want to continue your plays. So, and most of the time you are going to be summoning it, so even that 2,000 life point cost isn't really that much, because if you can extend your plays for the cost of 2,000 life points and you could secure the game, then life points aren't really that important. But 2 Where Art Thou, I really do like playing it because it just continues to add me more DD monsters, the ones I want to see or the ones I may need. And finally, we play 1 1-for-1 and 1 Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial allowing you to send any DD monster you need. It's just such essential. It's just a really good thing. Let's talk a little bit about the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we play the pretty standard 2 Genghis. Not really much to say there. All the DDD monsters have the ability to, when a DD is special summoned, you could special summon a DD monster from your graveyard. So Genghis can special summon, and most of the time you're going to be special summoning Lamia. Then you have 2 High King Genghis. It took forever to get this card, but I'm just really happy we have it now. And he has the same effect. And then he has a second effect where you can negate a spell card during your turn. I wish it was during either player's turn, but you can't have it all. He's just too easy to bring out in this deck. And you play 1 DDD Oracle King d'Arc. Pretty much he's just an easy way to get into your Siegfried plays, being a level 7 and being able to fusion summon her with any 2 DDs is just super easy. So for the Synchro lineup, we do play 1 Crystal Wing because you can make them relatively easy with 1 Gus King Alexander. Gus King Alexander and DD Lamia make you Crystal Wing. It's her being a level 7, her being a level 1, him being a Synchro monster is an instant Crystal Wing. Crystal Wing in this format is still, in this day and age, is still pretty good. Then we play 1 DD Curse King Siegfried, and he's basically a negate. He can negate spell or traps while they're face up on the field. He doesn't negate their activations, he negates their effect. That's important to know. And when he leaves the field, you gain 1,000 for each Dark Contract you control. So he kind of helps you not take his... He kind of helps you recur some of that burn damage you might take if you have them. So that's pretty much it for the Synchro lineup. Again, with most of the big DDD's effect, he doesn't have the effect to summon from graveyard, but Gus King Alexander does. And you just really want to summon that Lamia to just continue going to your Synchro plays. So you guys can see the importance. It's this guy will summon your Lamia if you special summon another DDD, which it isn't that too. If you special summon another DD, which isn't too hard. So you just kind of go into Crystal Wing, and it's just... you have the option of going into either one depending on the matchup. So then we play 1 Hope Harbinger, being a level rank 8, relatively easy. 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, 1 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, and 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Now Meteor Burst, you make them with Executive, with the Little Genghis and Lamia. Him being a 6 and her being a 1 is a 7, and it basically allows you to make a Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon with your level 7 Synchro with Gusking Alexander, and you can just pretty much link away to go into Vortex Dragon, and then you can pretty much link away, and then you pretty much get to push some of that Vortex Dragon. So that's just like plays that do come up, and with DDDs you want to put up as many negations as you can, and these are just relatively easy monsters to go into. These are very inexpensive. That's kind of why I play them, and because they're just relatively really easy to go to. So for the Link lineup, we play 1 Link Karibo, 1 Wee Witch's Apprentice, and 1 Metaltron, because these guys are relatively easy to go into. Link Karibo for this deck is just insane because he's the one that kind of allows you to do your fusion summons in your main monster zone just by summoning the Kepler, linking away for Link 1, and just basically allow you to just continue like that. Now I would make a combo video if you guys would like to see that. If you guys are newer to the deck or are trying to get into the deck, please let me know in the comment section below, and I would love to make a combo video explaining some of the relatively easy combos to do and some of the easy interactions you guys should learn. But let's get into some final thoughts. So that pretty much wraps it up for the deck profile. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to hit that like button if you did enjoy the video, and subscribe and join that Tier 0 family to get future content. I will make that combo video relatively soon, so keep an eye out for that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. My name is Sesma. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.